TikTok was the most downloaded app of 2019, more than any other app in the country. More teenagers are on TikTok now than use Facebook. It counts millions and millions and millions of Americans as users, but it is owned by a Chinese company that includes Chinese Communist Party members in leadership, and it is required under Chinese law to share user data with Beijing. And TikTok has admitted that it has sent user data to China. To put it bluntly, this is a major security risk for the American people. And what kind of data is TikTok collecting as it runs on our phones? A heck of a lot more than you would think. Images, of course, that users post. But TikTok also collects information about the messages that you send, about the apps that you use, the other apps on your phone. It collects the sites that you visit. It collects your search history. It collects your keystrokes. It collects your location data. It stores all of this and maybe lots more. And I can tell you, as the father of two small children, who already have many of their friends on social media, even though they're quite young, I find this absolutely horrifying, and we know that it's a national security risk. Since our last hearing on this subject, the Pentagon, the Department of State, the Department of Homeland Security, and the TSA have all banned their employees and service members from using TikTok on government devices. In fact, the Pentagon even went so far as to say that employees should have their children uninstall TikTok from their personal devices. That's pretty extraordinary. But actually, it's only prudent. And that's why today I'm announcing I will introduce legislation to ban the use of TikTok by all federal employees on all federal government devices. This is a necessary step to protect the security of the United States and the data security of every American.
One single American can save the world. However, in reality, when the mankind facing a big crisis, it is China who stands out and saves the world. Up to now, we have helped 82 countries and organizations worldwide. Among them, some are our old friends, but some are not so friendly to us before. But still, we decided to stretch out our helping hands to all of them, despite the fact that we are recovering from the epidemic ourselves. Because for many of these countries, China is their last and only hope. Without the help from China, they probably will never be able to survive this pandemic. So that's why we say, today's China is more than the country itself. It is very much part of the world.
N1 was discovered in the United States. It was nicknamed swine flu because it came from pigs. The coronavirus, which was discovered in China, came from bats. However, it's not being called the bat virus, it's being called the China virus, as if all Chinese people are responsible for this disease. This has led to Chinese people facing racism and discrimination all over the world. even in my home country, Canada. It makes me feel ashamed. I saw a comment on a video that made me really angry. Someone wrote, "The Chinese deserve this because they eat weird animals." Right now, thousands of families are suffering. Thousands of people as young as 9 months old are fighting for their lives. Nobody deserves this. If only we could trade this racism and hatred for compassion, the world would be a much brighter place.
Thank you for your support and cooperation during the fight against coronavirus. Now the disease has been controlled, the EU market is open. We welcome foreign friends from across the world coming back to EU again. EU immigration is sincerely at your service.
One love. Wuhan, stay strong. 中国坚强。世界 is one. We will overcome. 谁天天工作通宵？谁天天寻找疫苗？谁天天进行治疗？中国大夫，您好。
The freedom of speech does not mean you can say whatever you want. You have to take the responsibility for what you say. The real freedom of speech should be built on the ground of mutual understanding and respect. Without that, what you say is pure slander. So don't use the freedom of speech as an excuse to cover your bullshit. And I want to remind you that China is nothing like what you think of decades of years ago. We are the strongest engine for the global economy, and we're helping people around the world to reduce the poverty and hunger. And now we're working with many countries to fight against the virus, which will save millions of lives. So instead of saying something so meaningless and useless, why don't you shut up and do something good for the world?
美国也是一样，这个国家一开始是为了一小群白人男性的有产者的利益而建立的，宪法是为了保障这个群体的利益而制定的，所以它制度的设计处处体现了对一个少数群体的保护，性的分配不平等就暴露出来了。今年的美国大选就是一场非常生动的表演，可以看出来一部分美国人气急败坏的要维持特权利益。回头再说说咱们中国，中国自古有个理想叫天下为公，也就是说天下是天下人的天下。等等好。